What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of the Rakish Rovers. My name's Tom Quinn, resident Dungeon Master here at Modern Myth, but I know the real reason you are here is because of these beautiful faces here, just to match your own beautiful faces out there in Internetville. Does anyone have anything to say to the lovely people at home before we get rocking and rolling?
Hey, y'all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here.
I love you.
Okay.
It's a deep love.
We're going to get right into it then.
Ooh.
That love's going to have to...
Before we get going, hey, you beautiful people, have you subscribed yet? Because it just means so much to us. You just hit the little button and like and click the bell. And we've got a Patreon going. It's been awesome to see the growth of the channel. If you just want to support us, it'd be awesome. So thank you guys so much for everything you do.
Right on. Yes, huge thank you. Everyone has been awesome in the comments. So I think it's time to get back into it. Where we last left off, you guys had just activated a series of the pedestals using the prism that you had acquired with a dab of various types of arcane dealings. The last such pedestal opened a room leading you to the, we will call it the manifestation point of this looped visage that has been running through here. The body of that snake man, or I should say the skeletal remains of that snake man, still present in one of the chairs. A strange assembly of two chairs separated by what can best be described as a pane of glass. Another pedestal sat in front of that, and a small tray containing a yellow amber marble, maybe 2 inches or so in diameter. Kind of an odd array, but as you enter this space, quite clearly some deliberate contraption, though its purpose as unknown as the rest of this building. And that is right where we will pick up. The visage having just arisen from the other chair, passing through you, and as he arrived back at the junction, as you had seen so many times before, began on the same loop of audio and actions. And it's in that moment that we will jump back in, and the world is yours.
Is there anything remarkable markings wise or anything on the walls?
Glancing around this room, beyond the chair assembly that is centered in the room, there is nothing. This room, and this room, I'll say, is probably about half the diameter of the other rooms. So really the chair assembly, by comparison to the other rooms, kind of dominates this space. There is room to move around them, but whereas we'll call it the planetarium, the drive mechanism in the center is kind of dwarfed by the larger mass of that room. In this room, the ceiling is hung a little lower in this hemisphere, and the overall diameter a little smaller. So as you enter this space, I wouldn't go so far as to say claustrophobic, but you kind of, coming out of these other larger domes, kind of almost feel the need to kind of duck into this space. But in terms of markings on the wall, on the ceiling, nothing at immediate glance.
How is it lit?
It is a dimly lit area, much like the remainder. You can see that in that tray, glad you asked, because in that tray, as you're inspecting this room, what appears to be the only light source for the room, because glancing around, it is dimly lit, though clearly no exterior light is reaching into this space. It takes a moment to acknowledge, but the only lighting mechanism for this room seems to be that marble sitting in the tray.
Interesting. Given that, I'm gonna pop squat and run detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. Sitting down 10 minutes as you begin kind of centering yourself and preparing to channel that arcane energy into your eyeballs, because that's obviously everyone knows that's where detect magic goes, is to your eyeballs.
The eyeballs. It's in my eyes.
While she is doing that, Kel and Katerina, is there anything that you guys are doing?
I'm pretty suspicious of this room, so I want to stay on the outside of the door.
Okay. So you're remaining in the junction itself.
In the junction, I'm gonna, in the bag of holding, take out the battering ram and kind of set it in the corner.
Okay.
Like, so if the door comes down, it gives us a few minutes to like.
that's
Oh,
sneak
so
smart.
back.
you're
You're
placing
jamming
where the door actually
Yeah.
comes
That's
down. Okay.
smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat
Placing
had a
the
plan?
I'm not gonna start detect damage.
placing the battering ram in position. Anything else?
I would just like to check for
I'd like to see
mechanism
that come
on
out of
the
the bag.
ins. I'll pass through into the room and just
Mary
look
Poppins, that shit.
right there to see if there are any mechanisms for the door on the interior. to-
Okay. Give me
to
an
open it.
investigation while you're investigating the door itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're rolling that, Kel, what do you got going on during that 10 minutes?
Kel is just fascinated by the workmanship of the chairs. So he's going to use his knowledge of woodworking and his dwarven tools and really like see if there's anything special about the chairs.
Well, considering stone and wood are very different materials, looking them over.
Let him do it.
We have always said that my dwarven tools did work towards my woodworking because it has a lot of the saws and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to get that plus two.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But given as that's a derivative of your carpentry skill,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you can appreciate them just fine without the
I don't get the plus two. All right, then I will
Um,
ask Ellis Stray. He's guidance upon this.
Well, that was coming too anyway, so don't act like that was either or.
Right.
But specifically, what are you checking out about the chairs?
I kind of see if anything special about markings, maybe hidden compartments. Just is anything out of the ordinary kind of a thing.
Okay. And looking over the two chairs specifically.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and hit me with an investigation on that.
Can
Ken.
we not do investigation?
It's 16.
What, like,
Investigation, please.
What would it have been?
This guy's. It's early in the episode. This guy's trying to get it.
Pulling.
Oh,
Witness me, bitch!
Are you serious?
Go suck my dick! I gotta make an intelligence base. Fuck you!
I
Infield
didn't
crit.
make it an intelligence base. You asked to do
You
something
literally
that
asked
relies
to
on your
investigate
brain.
Shut up.
something.
Shut up.
It's a crit. Witness him.
Witness me. 9.
25. Fuck you. It's 25. I know.
20, 25.
25. Sorry. Sorry, internet.
That's probably the best he's ever done.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah,
that's
on
fine.
anything
Intel.
intelligence
Intel,
related,
yeah,
I think
ever.
this is literally the smartest moment in like the
It's
3.5
true.
years that Cal has existed. Pulling out your bifocals and placing them just
You didn't
so.
know I had bifocals. Explains a lot.
Where did that?
I'm
Kel, where did that
actually
come
really
from?
hard, so I can't see at all. I'm basically.
He's
blind
actually
as that.
brilliant. He just has been half blind this whole time. No, looking over these two chairs, I feel terrible doing this because you rolled so well, but
Oh, fuck you.
the chairs themselves.
No, there was a hidden
are-
compartment.
They're
Are,
just chairs.
Give me a minute. What's this? What's this? No, unfortunately, the chairs themselves actually do seem pretty mundane. You can see that the base of each of the chairs is actually a portion of the floor. It was carved away from the floor. The chair itself, however, was clearly manufactured out of stone and placed onto each of those pedestals. I mean, you could see that the two chairs, like I said, are positioned such almost as though if you were in a tavern, say this might be a set of chairs off in the corner, maybe near the fireplace, where you could just sit and like have a good conversation. I mean, their proximity to one another, but
I'm disappointed.
Unfortunately, the chairs themselves are.
I'm not gonna play this game anymore. Sorry, guys. I'm stepping away from the
I
table.
will say the fact that one of them contains the skeletal remains,
Which I didn't. I thought about checking, but I didn't say. I was checking.
of a serpent man is like, you think that's pretty cool.
Can I? Well, I know, but I was gonna say.
That's pretty cool.
I'll do that
I
next.
had 16.
looking over, you can see that the door very clearly has retracted vertically up into the ceiling, much like you've observed with all of the other doors. So the craftsmanship seems consistent,
Okay.
as though like a really stellar DM planned this space out. Like, you get the sense that that's
Wow.
Top DM
just
right
top
here.
tier.
I know it's not. I know it's not my investigation, but like originally, like we couldn't tell that there was anything there.
Yes.
Like, did
Yeah,
it like
it was-
go down and then out flush with the outer wall, or?
With your investigation, I mean, all you can tell is very clearly you can see the lower portion, which is kind of the bottom of it is kind of tongue and grooved. It's not just a flat piece of stone.
Oh, okay.
And you can now see on the ground, you can see pretty clearly the way in which that tongue and groove would nest
Okay.
into the floor itself. But it's right about this time that your eyeballs ignite with arcane fury or just arcane knowing.
Same thing.
Fury. I'm
But
gonna go with fury.
as
I can see everything.
as it blooms, you can see the distinct glow coming off of the marble, and you can actually see that the prism present.
I don't. I'm trying to remember where it was at the end of the last one. We had just.
You had placed it into the pedestal, and you had cast firebolt, but you had switched the type to necrotic. That's a blinding enough source that's all you can see. When that is present, that's all you can see. So I'm just
I don't
curious.
recall having gotten to
Okay,
pick it up.
I was pretty confident it was still in its pedestal, but that you can also see, and a much lesser signature on both the marble, but also that pane of glass, much in the same regard, not near as brilliant as the prism was, but the pane of glass is giving off a magical signature. Both of them transmutation.
And that's it. The skeleton, nothing, and
Nothing from the skeleton. And the rest of the room seems decidedly mundane.
well, I guess I know now. So I'm gonna just really quick just head back out and double check that nothing's changed in the other two rooms.
Okay. Stepping out and kind of glancing around, you can see kind of the bright bloom of light pouring out of the room where the prism is. You can also see, this is the first time that you have had it active and the visage was present. You can also see very clearly that the visage of the snake man glows with a aura of illusory magic.
That checks.
Beyond that, everything else seems normal. Once again, in the what we'll call the statue room, the same room with the prism, albeit a little washed out right now, you can still just make out the inscription of the sun on the opposite wall.
Anything on the mirror?
The mirror is, while also enveloped in that bloom of light, appears to be completely mundane.
Okay.
In terms of its arcane properties.
And I guess I'm just gonna check the statues since Kel moved them.
Okay.
Anything?
Looking them over also seem mundane.
Okay. Everything seems pretty mundane.
Even the marble and the pane of
Well,
glass.
except for those.
Oh.
And the marble's pretty. Is it pretty bright or is it?
But I mean, again, coming off of
Teenagers.
everything seems dim coming off of the
Right.
prism.
This is-
But both of them, I mean, they both have a signature much more akin to what you've come to expect
Okay.
from.
That's what. Yeah. That's I guess a follow-up question because I've done this a number of times, understanding how brightly they glow relative to their
Yeah,
imbued power.
It's more a matter of that prism was damn bright, but this all seems to the figure, the marble, and the pane of glass all seem to glow with a kind of the standard lumens.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it would follow. I'd be able to kind of ascertain the power that it has. Relative.
I mean, I guess relative to. I mean, I would say it's a rare case where something has to be really, really powerful, or really, there has to be something really weird going on to produce the kind of effect like the prism had. Generally speaking, most signatures are at a certain brightness. So.
All right. Well, I've done my worst.
Glancing around, and feel free anyone to jump in. Like I said, I know you guys have kind of done.
Okay, so that's glowing, and that's glowing, but not as bright. But there's nothing else.
So what do we want to do here?
My guess is this room is just here for that guy to communicate stuff to whoever comes in here. He had to have a way to communicate for an extended period of time. So that's my guess, is that that's the point of what this is. But did you guys find anything?
It's a well-made chair. I mean, really well made. It's a good chair. Like, I kind of want to take it. It's a good chair.
The
Kinda.
doors are really well crafted, tongue and groove. It's fabulous. Yeah.
If only Rick were here.
Why?
Why are you bringing him up? I'm gonna set Jenny on guard from where the door is, so we can't be snuck up on.
Okay, watching the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Jenny's kind of in that junction, anyways.
Yeah.
She has, you could tell, like, she's had some boring days in the astral plane.
Yeah.
But she's just kind of, she's kind of checked out. She's happy to keep an eye on it. But when someone needs their throat torn out, she's gonna be there. But until then, like, there's some pretty nifty dust particles drifting around.
Right, some sun patches.
Well, there must be something special about this room for it to be so difficult
I
to
wonder what would
access.
happen if you sat in that chair.
Kel will sit in the chair.
Don't.
The one currently with the snake body, or the other one?
Let's go with the other one.
Oh, I mean, you could
Just crunch some
nudge
bone
the
with your
other
plate.
body out.
Kel sit in the other one.
Okay. Sitting down into the chair. You're not wrong. It's a damn comfortable chair.
I knew it.
This shit is well made, and like it's
back
yeah, and it's like, again, as you sit into it, it's like the slightest amount that kind of its ergonomic design is reclined, and it's again for a civilization that is making things out of stone and a chair made out of stone, it is an unbelievably it's an otherworldly comfortable chair. I don't think you've ever sat in a chair so comfortable.
I might steal this chair. I might try to. But before we do, anything else?
Is it good?
Well, so
Comfy?
it's a fantastic.
Is it like Cal-sized, or is he dwarfing it, or is it?
It's for like an average sized person, more or less. So he's a little big in it, but nothing that
Okay, well, you can have it, I guess.
I was gonna say sitting in it. So let me get this straight. I'm sitting across.
just lounging in the chair.
There's a skeleton and a pane of glass between. So there's a pane of glass in the other chair with the
So
skeleton.
where you're sitting,
Yeah.
as you look, you're sitting in the chair. If you look to your right, you can see the skeleton sitting in the chair through that pane of glass. And in between
can I
you,
look at Cal through the other side? Does it
Sure.
look any different?
as you move to the other side, you cannot see Kel sitting in the chair.
Yeah. There we go.
But he can see the skelly?
Can I see the skeleton?
You can see the skeleton sitting in the chair.
Wait, okay, so I have to check the other side now. I can see the skelly?
You can see the skeleton. But you can see the chair perfectly. It's not that you can't see anything through that side.
Cat,
You just cannot see
Can
Kel
you-
sitting in the chair.
Check. Can you see Cal through here?
I'm right here.
I'm at the
You're
door,
at the door.
and I'm like,
Like, but you just saw it like running back and forth, like.
Better go check. Go check. Go check.
Jenny's keep making watch.
I'm just gonna make sure that ram is like really well secured. And maybe like if I can put a barrel on top just to really like.
You burned your only barrel.
Fuck. Okay.
Can I
Sorry,
see?
we
Okay. Well, can I see any like? If that was a window to something else, is there anything?
This is the way I would
nuanced?
describe it: is if you're standing here and like, hey, I can see Kel there.
Mhm.
As you move this way, you watch Kel vanish as the pane of glass eclipses. Whereas the wall, the chair, everything else remains. But Kel simply does not exist through that pane of glass.
All right.
So theoretically, like if it weren't like a pane of glass through time or something, nothing else changed in the room.
Everything else about the room is identical.
I'll approach Aster. Is it possible to just sort of check for traps in and around the two sides of the mirror?
Of the mirror or the pane of glass?
I'm sorry, the pane of glass.
Sure. Give me a... Well, you're specifically checking out the device. This kind of assembly, the mirror, or... Now you got me saying it.
So,
The-
yeah, the
the-
glass.
the glass. Go ahead and give me an investigation as you are checking that out.
So you said the
It's like glass.
what's it called?
It's
but-
like a 2.
As you're making that, you also note the same thing. It's a weird optical illusion. Like it's almost like as if the light were being so heavily refracted. But why not everything? Why but yeah, Kel just like if you could start on one side of the room and just start walking the circumference, and as that pane of glass comes between you and Kel, that portion of him, like you can see his legs sticking out, but the portion, as soon as there's the intersection of the piece of glass.
Wait. Can I go get the prism and see if I can see it through the glass?
Sure.
That's a fun experiment.
I don't know. I'm gonna try things. I'll run and grab it off the out of the. It's in the statues right now.
Mhm.
The statues.
No, it's in the pedestal. The pedestal with the
It's
closed eye pedestal. That's what actually
But
activating
that
that
is
is
in
what
a
actually.
statue's room.
It's in the statue's room,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
But it's
Yes,
in the
yes.
small room.
We're all.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I will run and grab that, and then I'll go back to Kel. Here, hold this for a second. Hold it.
Absolutely.
Don't do anything with it. Just hold it. Steady.
Kel will like juggle it from hand to hand.
Make a dexterity check.
No, Kellius.
7.
I'm just fucking with you. I just
Just trying to be in character, Jesus.
I'm with you. Aster pulls out a brown paper sack and just tries not to hyperventilate into it.
Fireball. Sorry.
Okay,
Can I
Kel,
see it?
Kel holding the prism, looking through the glass, you can still very clearly see the prism. In fact, it seems to levitate just above the chair.
Does it look any different?
It does not.
Kat, can you sit in the chair?
With the bones?
No, Kel, get up.
Kel just.
Kel, move.
Oh,
Okay.
he'll look disappointed as he.
It's so comfortable. In fact, I think you take a few hit points of damage getting out of the chair. It's that uncomfortable to not be in the chair. No,
Okay.
stepping up, you sit down in
I'll
the chair.
sit in the chair.
You perceive an identical phenomenon.
What in the F? I don't know.
Here's a question. So the glass glowed, right? Like the prism did?
The glass?
The pane between the chairs glowed like the prism did.
Was it the same?
No, it was one school transmutation. But it had a glow to it, right?
Yeah.
So what would happen if you cast a spell on the piece of glass? Because it amplified it, or not amplified. It had strange effects upon it when you matched it, right?
Yes, but I kind of would like to test the other pedestals before we screw with anything in here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Alright.
I think that's might be a good strategy in the future.
I find this incredibly interesting. I want to remind us that we are here for a job to speak with the Ayuka. So let's make
Okay.
this quick.
Could we do the other pedestals though? Do we have time for that?
Quickly. Okay, just
Right, let's do this quickly. So we're going. Those of you at home, this is a side quest right now. We're switching gears. But you know,
Okay.
you know how it works.
Okay, so we have one more symbol in the planetarium room, which is the Sirimals.
There's the moon and the sun.
There's basically the crescent, and then in the statue room you have the
Sun.
see the sun.
So
I remember.
you did good.
Thanks.
For Sirimal,
Sure.
he
Sleep.
granted them sleep, but
Yeah.
also quenched their thirst when the sphere burned brightest.
the sphere.
I really
Sphere,
think
light,
that's a moon.
sun?
I'm just saying. Night quenches the night. It calms the sun. Right? I have moonbeam.
Do you really want to try it?
I don't know what will happen if we fuck up. But I'm saying that's where my vote is. With the intelligence of 6, and I want to do things. That's what I want to do.
Motivation high.
Did we
Yeah.
decide that
On
it
deck.
was sleep is an enchantment?
Sleep is an enchantment. Yes.
Is your moonbeam an enchantment?
It's evocation. It's a damaging spell. That's why take this with a grain of salt.
When you glow, is it moonlight that glows up with you?
That's not. So let's assume it's a light spell, and I did not write down what school light is. Sorry.
As a consideration, the Sirimal in the statues room is that the room we're speaking about right now?
I'm
Or
talking
the one
about
in
the planetarium.
The planetarium.
The one, it's a crescent moon.
Do you still have your eyes? She should still have her eyes.
Yeah.
So what does the does the
Is
symbol?
that 10 minutes or is that an hour?
It's 10, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, we gotta
I'd
hurry.
I'd
Yeah.
still say you're probably
We're close
on
though,
scale
but yeah.
Well, I mean, we can go to the planetarium. We can
Okay.
move it to that room
Okay,
and see.
I want to make sure I have the prism back, and then
Kel
yeah,
looks
let's do that
longingly
really
at the
quick, really
chair.
quick.
That chair was so good. All right, let's go.
All right,
Yes.
snatching up the prison,
Okay.
you run back to the planetarium, and grabbing the lever. Is it the two of you on the lever?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to make a check?
Give me those athletics. The sweet.
Illustrate
athletics.
bless us.
Both of us are just.
I can only
rolling
bless one of us, and it's
terribly.
me.
That's good.
Cause is it athletics?
Athletics.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
All right, so I
Because
got
I'm not pulling my weight.
15 plus
You're naughty. You need to go to jail.
22. I have
What'd you
22.
get?
2.
Jesus.
24.
Twice in a row.
24?
So 2. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's all I got.
Yes, you watched Kel bristle with muscles. Oh god damn! Look at that boy.
I don't
You're-
think that's enough, though.
You do glance over and you acknowledge that boy works out.
As we
but,
don't move.
but apparently not enough to move the lever as you feel
Can
your
I-
boots kind of scraping along the ground. But
The
Can I
power
be
of my goddess, we
guys?
can't do this.
Can I see that nothing's happening and be like, do you need some help, guys?
are you jumping on the lever too?
I mean, if it's not moving, we gotta move.
All right, let's do it.
Nope. Roll it. She's all I get a 1.
You ended in the dice jail somehow because you
Oh.
forgot to move it.
Uh-oh.
But
No.
Take it out of dice jail. It doesn't belong there.
Flip it back over.
Remove
Flip
yours.
it back over.
Por
You gotta-
favor.
I
you
did
gotta
not
hit-
move
you
anything,
gotta hit the
so it's
switch
going
on
to
the
go
back.
right. It's going to
Dice
happen
jail's
again.
probably open.
There,
There we go.
That's right.
9.
God damn, that's some craftsmanship.
9.
Man, that's
9
like
total?
a crit on carpentry
So
skills.
is that 23? 33? Total?
Which, as
And Jenny is following us wherever we go. She's not just saying guard
Okay.
there. Okay.
as Aster's rippling muscles grasp
Dwarfs,
the
Katarinas, evidently.
I was distracted.
the lever. The
Sorry.
three of you begin now working your way back to effectively the 3 o'clock position. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. The door slamming down. You stop at 3 o'clock. The door drawing back up, and you stand before the pedestal.
Do my eyes
Yeah.
behold anything?
You see the pedestal. For sure, it's there.
There is a pedestal.
Would you see it?
Hey.
Just look at it. It's right there.
If you want to pull the prism out, I can tell you what you see there. But the
I'm pretty
pedestal,
sure I'm gonna be blind. Can I cover one eye?
it's bright as hell. In fact, you start taking radiant damage. You don't realize like you're gonna be on like a mesothelioma class action lawsuit in the future here. Like,
Jesus.
it's a big deal.
I'm gonna sue an ancient race.
This is a lead-based prism.
This got real very
Very
fast.
real. Okay, so Sirma, I don't have sleep. I do have one enchantment spell.
What is it?
It's what is it called?
We don't. What happens if we fuck up? Do we know?
We don't know.
It is
It's Moonbeam, isn't it?
it's a reaction. Can I use it? If it's
I
a reaction?
also have enchantment. Because I'm me. Oh, God.
If it's
Hell.
sleep, I could always just sing it a lullaby. I mean,
do that. That one song you always sing. Do that one.
If it's an enchantment, I have a first level spell I could cast.
I'm sure that's gonna work better than
Well, I think
Then
we
a
should
song.
try yours first because it doesn't cast
it is free.
I will bless you as you sing this lullaby. But only if you actually sing a lullaby.
No.
Then nope, Illustrator, he will not bless you.
That's all right.
She doesn't need it. I don't know if you've heard her. It's beautiful.
Well, I don't know.
With the
We shall
prism.
see. I'm kidding. You totally get Illustrator's blessing. It's plus 1
With the prism in.
Prism's in place.
Yes.
Sing it a lullaby.
You are singing Victor's
Victor's
lullaby.
I'm like ass. Holy shit. 6.
You're
3
just
and then
not-
a 3. It's just bad for me right now.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You hear what sounds like a cat being tortured echo through the chamber.
Oh,
You're confident that
Oh, wait.
Victor is either very kind or deaf. And
There's something in my throat. I don't know.
suffice to say, the
It was-
prism remains a bloom of rainbow light in its
Is there
position.
like a bonus to that in any like skill fashion?
I give you a 1d4. What do you want from me?
No, I mean like,
No,
like a
it's-
performance.
Yeah,
check?
that's a charisma check, actually. But I don't think there's enough bonuses.
No, to
You're
get me where
you're
you-
providing the anti-help action to the next person who interacts
Basically.
with the prism.
Well,
All right,
this
wizard.
is what happens when I help.
I can cast an enchantment, or I could cast a nighttime
Moonbeam.
moonbeam. What do you think? Oh,
my
super smart person.
gut
What does your gut say?
is moonbeam.
Moonbeam it is. I cast moonbeam.
Okay. A shaft of light, and that sound emanates
We're gonna get
inside
swamped by
the
snakes. I just know it.
planetarium chamber. The shaft of light focusing down
Okay.
onto the
Hopefully it
prism
doesn't
itself.
God,
What is Moonbeam's damage?
2d10.
Roll it.
And I make sure all my friends are standing within 10 feet of me. Right?
What's the save on
We
Moonbeam?
heard
What's the
push-
save on Moonbeam?
Oh, it is a. Oh wait, that's Bane. We don't need Bane.
Jeez. Are you casting Bane or Moonbeam?
Well, it was an enchantment spell, so I was
Bane.
getting ready for Bane. But,
Little junior spellcaster, you.
I'm
You
sorry.
are such a half caster.
Until the end. Oh Jesus.
Or is there a save?
There is a.
Yeah, there is.
Is engulfed and goes in. Let's see.
I remember Topher got lit up.
I don't know. Topher.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's when a creature enters a spell area for the first time, it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody?
Everyone gets a +1, plus a 4.
All right, you guys.
Plus
you
one,
need
plus
to, like,
No, sorry,
get
plus
your
4.
shit
No, plus 1.
together.
It's
Plus
plus
You
4.
need to get above a 3, okay?
All right.
I'm not asking.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
I'm not
Fuck!
asking.
Good
That's a
vibes.
crit miss from old Kelmeister.
Oh, I rolled more higher than a 3. It's a 5.
15.
15.
Hold on.
+4.
That's
Did you
6
already roll
for
the
me.
damage for
19.
Moonbeam?
No, it's
Please.
2d10.
Please go ahead and roll that.
19. Sorry.
And, can I not?
Yes.
Can you?
Oh, cool. Thanks.
I mean, yes.
Oh.
You must.
You must.
You must do damages.
7.
7. A pulse of silver light bursts out of the prism. And you can kind of feel, it's maybe the first time you've ever felt scorned by this energy.
I don't like this.
Both
much.
you and Katarina, a blast of 7 damage.
It is not 7, for you are within my aura. You take half damage.
4.
Is it
So
possible
4.
to take a reaction? No, that's not a melee.
I love it.
Fucking
I love
paladins
it.
and rogues.
Ask these fucking questions. That's
If
great.
they ever start getting along,
I'm
the
just
whole
the
campaign
generic
starts
wizard. No,
falling
I'm
apart.
not a generic
Oh,
wizard.
imagine if I was a
Sorry.
bard. Oh, ho, ho.
Oh, Jesus. I do regularly. It's like I can't not.
He has nightmares.
I know.
of it.
I miss bards sometimes, but paladin's fucking tight. Love paladin.
That said, the room remains bathed in rainbow light.
That's not the thing
All
that
right.
we needed.
Then I can cast Bane if you want. It's an enchantment spell.
Okay.
You fucking piece of shit. Bane's
Don't
Bane's-
talk bad to it.
no. It says Bane is not a happy spell, but it's enchantment.
All right. I'm going to ask the same questions. What's the save for Bane?
Bane is a must make a charisma saving throw.
Can I get a charisma saving throw from everybody?
I think I'm actually proficient in that.
Oh boy, charisma. I'm really good at this.
Again, you're all within my aura.
Cockeyed. Cockeyed.
Oh, Cockeyed's a natural one. Don't worry.
Ah!
Hey, I rolled well.
Great.
That's a 17
that?
plus
12.
4.
Is it 12?
That's 21
So
for me.
12, 16.
Hey.
Do I get 4?
Oh, yeah.
16.
Plus 1d4.
Oh, it's 1d4?
Yes?
No.
For what?
Plus 4.
4
Save
blank.
four.
No, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. There's no
blank four.
fucking no. It's
16.
4.
Don't take it away from me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Charisma is a +4 modifier.
A pulse of enchanting energy waves out. You feel it kind of rush over all of you, and you can kind of feel
That's
the-
my level 1 spells.
the-
Jesus.
the kind
Hopefully
of
it's it.
antagonistic fingers of that spell clutching at you as it washes over. Though all of you shrug the effects, the room remains bathed in
Okay.
rainbow light.
All right, so it's got to be something
And Aster gets that dirt off her shoulders.
I did. Did you see me?
Yep.
Shrug that.
Ladies as pimps too.
I have
Gone brush his shoulders off.
I've wasted 2 spell slots, and as a half caster, that's a
No.
fucking big deal.
We've learned things.
It was your idea on both.
It was.
Yeah,
If
To
we're
be
being
honest.
fair.
Okay. But
And
I
we
also
have
have intelligence of
eliminated.
6.
We have eliminated.
I was
things.
just playing my
Immediately you
character.
look for someone to lash out at.
I stab everyone.
Can I want to take my cape off and just put it over it, like put it to bed. Like I'm just gonna darkness.
Ooh,
Then I'm gonna
darkness.
just physical darkness it.
Okay.
Laying your cape over it. It seems quite cozy.
I'm gonna just give it a
Uh,
pat.
The
Night,
room
night.
no longer blooming with rainbow light as it goes dark because the beam of light is just hitting the cloak. You all sit for a matter of moments, and at some point, someone utters the words, "How long do we give this?"
I don't know, you guys. I feel like what's left at this point.
So
Um,
for
Give it a look on.
a nice
Yeah, you didn't have to waste spell slots.
I know I didn't.
I tried real hard.
Sphere burn the brightest. Sleep, 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 sleep.
I'll put my cloak back on because I love it so much.
The room once again blooms with rainbow light.
Hey!
Angel, look at that.
What you guys got? What's the play?
I don't know. I blew my load all over that.
Yeah, when I think of sleep, it's
Sleep.
darkness, sleep.
For just once again, this is the second time the DM has rolled. Just heads up.
I feel like I'm good to bail on this.
I appreciate that you got tabs on the count.
You're
even.
welcome.
You know,
If you haven't checked out Split Screen yet, you'll learn all these little things I'm learning about Tom.
that's a right proper state of mind there.
I appreciate that. What's that? What episode was that when we talked about time and like someone complains like, hey, my party spend all their time on their on rituals. It was a ritual episode.
Oh, it was the arcane episode.
Yeah.
I was talking about
Yeah.
assessing a value on time.
This is
Now we're singing in
Tom's
action.
roving monsters.
Oh fuck! There's roving monsters. I'm gonna wait 2 hours until this fucking thing shows up. I want to stab some shit.
Perhaps we should go back to the statue's
Careful what you
room.
wish for.
Especially as I waste all my resources.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be a little depleted. Shit.
Yeah.
What's the plan, guys?
Well, when you sleep, you regenerate. You restore those things.
Yeah.
Do you want me to try healing again? Or
You can try whatever you want. I mean, I just fucking we have a wand.
I have a wand. Do you want me to wand it? I could poke it.
if you're okay with that?
The worst comes to worst, we get healed again, evidently.
As you reach into your pocket,
Ooh, something jumps out.
you can see from the T-junction
Yeah.
kind of the shifting of shadow, as if something is moving.
Did we all see this?
At least one head turns and the others go with it.
Yeah.
The only natural light that comes into this space, and it's not much, comes from the mouth of this cave where the two serpent heads were, and that light begins to kind of shift and falter,
I don't
and
think we're alone.
you can hear the kind of the clacking.
Oh, clack.
clack,
I want to
Correct me
draw
if
my
I'm
weapons.
wrong, but that door's shut,
clack.
isn't it?
I think technically the tea room is shut because we're in.
I'm totally wrong.
Do we hear clacking though?
You don't. No,
BT Dubs though, we just got a major fucking
Do we
hint right
hear
now.
anything through the door?
At this point, no, you wouldn't hear anything either.
All right, so we don't know
Does
anything.
Jenny?
I take the block action.
Jenny's back with you guys.
I know, but could she hear better than we can?
No, she can smell better, but I don't think hearing's the thing.
Yeah, but technically we didn't see anything, so I'll draw my wand.
So just
Oh,
continue on then.
And I will cure wounds on the prism in the serum walls.
there we go.
Okay. A use of the wand exhausted, a pulse of energy coming out,
Mhm.
and anyone who is in the area can take the benefit of a cure wounds spell.
1d8.
I'm full.
Might as well.
All right. I'm not full. But I'm
Damn it! Forgot
Sorry.
that fucking door was closed. You ever have one of those days?
One of those
You ever have one of those days?
I've never had one of those days.
Where you're assessing a time-oriented penalty, but you're in one of these weird rooms that seals itself off.
Well, you happen to be in luck, DM, because there's jack and shit we can do about it.
I know.
So
You guys
are gonna have
it
to figure it out
feels
quick.
like we need the fucking sleep spell. That's what it feels like.
I know, and which I need the rest.
You need a long rest in
Let's-
order to get that.
Let's just let it go.
Let's let it go for now, and maybe we can come back.
Maybe.
Okay.
But let's go on fucking high alert, because
why?
Because the DM fucked up.
Well, no, but we don't know.
No, we
anything
don't
about
know
that.
I know that.
we don't know that.
Player knowledge.
Player
sir.
knowledge.
Player knowledge.
No,
Player
Kel's
knowledge.
a
Okay,
soldier.
so-
I'm playing my character.
A borderline.
We-
A borderline.
Okay, if we leave this, do you want to try the sun one across the way?
I do.
Okay, all right, let's move these.
All right.
Um,
All right, team. Let's
lover.
go ahead and give this another Another push back to the main room.
Going back to 6.
Oh, I'm
Cal's
taking the prison
gonna
first.
set Jenny to guard the door where it's gonna open. But I will help you guys.
Stop metagaming.
Would you stop? Yeah, you
no,
are.
I'll grant you that you've had Jenny on pretty high alert while you've been in here, even when there was
Thank
no
you.
signs.
Hey, I did things. I
What
don't
are we
know.
15
You don't have
plus
to help.
7 is 22.
I rolled a 15. I did things
Nice.
this time.
I don't have
I
to
turned
roll.
my head the other direction this
Yeah,
time.
he's
Well,
got
it sounded like you were involved regardless.
I
I was
understand.
gonna help.
It's a rippling muscle.
I don't want to deflate your.
Holy shit!
Bitch is 19 plus
Oh.
4 is 23. Is that right?
That's not a
Master's
saving
all.
throw.
No, plus 3.
and it just
Plus 4.
goes.
What?
I'm just.
It's just 19.
Cranking it around, that door closes. You come around to the 6 o'clock mark, the door drawing up. Jenny poised and
It's a block action.
prepared. No, what do you mean with the block action?
She's the dodge action. Excuse me. She's a cat.
What do we see when we open the door?
The door draws up, and down the hall you can see the statue.
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
Right.
I'm gonna go
Oversee.
ahead and move towards the statue room.
Same here.
Oh god damn it!
As you hit the T junction, it's hard to say whether you see or feel it first. Kind of from overhead, down that entryway hall, the barbed stinger kind of arcing through the air, and you feel something kind of jab. You get about 3 more strides in before your head begins kind of
Well, guys, I think there's some.
and
You didn't get to take a fucking saving throw or not?
I'm about to do it. Regardless, your head's gonna swim a little. You just got pinged, boy.
We don't know she got pinged.
She got pinged. All right.
I think I got ambushed a little
She's
bit.
a
Yeah.
wizard.
17 on the die.
She got pinged. She got pinged.
Can I just? Am I falling? What's happening?
One moment. That's gonna be 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
Boom! As
That's a
as
wizard death sentence.
The stinger tags you, and like I said, you kind of get the first stride, the second stride. By the third stride, you feel your leg kind of go like spaghetti. You feel your whole body begin kind of falling limp. I need a con save.
Is she?
As I see, I mean, I'm.
And she is not.
Can I exert every energy to protect the prison as I'm going down?
I'll grant that if you've got it in your arms, you can kind of tuck it as best you can.
Okay.
Like
a con save, you say?
A macabre parody of the Snake Man who was dispatched as he did his best to protect you
This
as well.
damn prism. Okay. No.
No, that's a no. Oh god, don't make that noise.
Ooh.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know.
We knew. That's the thing
No,
that's
but
killing me
technically
inside.
I know.
She didn't. I'm giving her the benefit because I'm still rolling 46 right now, but I appreciate that she just ran with it.
Oh, good appreciation.
Because
That's
what my
nice.
character would do.
Well, we had.
No, I'm kidding. You did the right thing. I'm giving you shit, but you did the right thing.
For 17 poison damage.
Off of 40. Holy shit, you rolled high. 17?
Yes, ma'am.
46. Yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
a nice
pretty
roll.
solid roll.
Now, she was just a few steps ahead of me. Seeing that come out and seeing her falter, can I like?
Both you and Kel watch. Like Aster, kind of in a rush, heads off that way, and you watch as kind of this serrated barb just flashes into view. It catches Aster kind of just below the ribs, kind of, I guess, in the kidney area a little bit as she passes, though maybe
As
a
she's
little more
like,
laterally.
that's a boy wyvern.
Boy, Wyvern.
You hear those little final words that kind of
Christ.
jut out of her as you feel your legs go. With that fail again, you can barely keep your footing. Your head begins to swim. You can feel like kind of this portion of your vision is beginning to kind of black out and with that you can hear kind of the drumming click of claw, and you can see kind of hunching and the head turning, realizing that what it's done to this first victim probably has reduced it by threat. It immediately kind of hunching, and you can see it kind of hedging its bets against what else might be coming out of that room.
Okay.
Turning to kind of
Is it facing them?
Is it
address you.
blocking her?
it's in the T junction still,
Okay.
so it's still like you would have to take a right hand turn to be,
Okay.
but it's favored the right hand side of that wall and is watching you, and that is the moment where I need initiative.
Yay! Witness her.
Apparently.
Don't witness me.
You are also poisoned.
Save ends?
Save it.
How much do it take?
We'll find out.
No, you're just
Oh, it's an
disadvantage
On everything?
On life.
on pretty much. I'll let you know which ones don't. Top of initiative.
12.
7.
22.
Having felt the sting, the boy wyvern kind of hanging in the air, you whirl around and kind of blearily you can see the head of this thing, kind of the hood, cobra-like hood, kind of flaring out. You can see it kind of rattling in a aggressive posture towards Cat and Kel, though. Again, the whole world, at this point, you're kind of seeing two separate hallways kind of dancing in your vision. But the Inish is yours.
All right. As she quickly realized what just happened, she's going to try and catch herself kind of on her hands and knees there. Raise her hand and kind of, whoa, and try to crawl back to the T to see it.
Okay. It doesn't take, it's probably about, 3, we'll call them crawling strides, I guess, but before you can begin to see the form, which again, at this point isn't taking a lot of note of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, like I said, it's kind of postured up, prepared to make a meal potentially out of Cat and Kel.
Is it? Remind me back when I did Arcane Eye and went to the settlement. Did the resident wyverns have any sort of decor or like indications or any sort of like?
In fact, they seemed feral. They didn't seem to be. They came and went as they pleased. They did not seem to be domesticated, if that's what you're getting at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay.
That's a pretty dope move.
Put the ring on Frodo.
Right?
I'll just be like, guys, good luck. I'm here for you. Zip.
Okay. Invisibility fires off, and you watch as Aster kind of. In a swirly gray world, you can see a much more fucked up version of the wyvern with a marble blade just like slowly coming towards you.
I
see
you.
So the invisibility takes hold. Anything else?
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything else.
At the
really.
end of your turn, can you give me a con save?
I can do that. That's a thing I can do.
She is not.
Where is he now? Is he still on the
Where is he?
dial?
I was on the point.
You're okay then. No.
17.
17.
You don't need me.
Nice.
She don't
Plus 2,
need
19.
You do not deteriorate further.
Yes.
Cool.
That's a,
Swell.
Next round.
that's a plus. That's a big plus.
Am I still poisoned?
You are still poisoned.
Okay.
Next die.
Wait. Okay.
12 was the next die.
12, yeah.
12 is go.
Hey.
Hey.
I want to. I think I can use an interaction to draw Valor,
Okay.
and I have enough movement to engage him.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
This space right now that you're in, probably Aster is about the limit of your movement. That about 30 feet to Aster, where Aster was,
Okay.
with the wyvern kind of bisecting that, so about 15 feet to get the wyvern.
Okay. Going without two weapons for the first time in a very long time, posing up in the rapier stance. I'm going to. I don't.
Fancy.
Very
Right.
fancy. With my new.
The boy wyvern
Minted,
seems
valor.
impressed.
I know. I'm gonna come around the corner and I'm gonna
It's
just
a boy wyvern.
take a couple
Oh, right. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
attacks against him. My first attack.
First attack.
Get some.
21.
Damn. That's a
21 will
hit.
hit.
I want to use my superiority dice to try and trip him.
Okay. Going for a trip attack.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Okay. And
Do it.
sneak attack. So
And what is the save? I know the.
it's 17.
Is it athletics?
It's strength, which I know he's probably going to be
Still.
successful at.
17 still is pretty.
You are-
easily-
Jesus, that's a lot
Whoa!
of dice. It can't be right.
No, it is. Well, with sneak attack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's
10, 15, 20, 25, 22, 38.
38 damage.
Did
Uh,
he trip? Did I hit him? Did I knock him down?
Running up, you can see again that hood kind of flaring out, the head drawing back, and feigning with the blade initially. You watch as the head kind of darting back, prepared to hold that defensive posture, but dropping into a sweep. The front two legs kind of kicking out as it stumbles to the ground. You find that opening to rake the blade across, and you watch as that hood kind of separates. A spray of kind of almost this yellow pus-like blood paints the cavern wall inside there as it lets out a hiss, kind of two fangs drawing back, and you can see that the tail kind of posturing up. But both the trip and the damage are good. Anything else?
Yeah, I have my second attack, which I will make.
Wait, second attack.
Extra
Fire.
attack.
Oh, with fighter, yeah.
It doesn't hit. It's a 13.
The second attack, having opened that up, kind of bringing the blade back around.
But he tripped, right? So I get it.
You
Advantage.
have advantage.
Good call.
19?
Ooh, that should hit.
Bringing the blade back around, kind of lowered down as you swing it, kind of ducking off to the side and
Okay,
pulling
we've got a
back.
threshold.
The
That's
blade
high.
kind of clattering onto the ground,
AC of 20.
lurching
Yeah.
up.
He has the
And-
same AC as a paladin and plate mail and a shield.
He's a fucking wyvern.
He's a clever girl.
He is a clever girl.
Sorry, I'm so
Boy.
bitter that I'm only 20 AC right now.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement and
Me
my
too.
fancy footwork to disengage over to where Aster is.
Okay, disengaging and continuing down the wall. And you can't see where Astra is, so
No, but I just want to be in front of her.
Okay.
And I
Posturing
guess
up.
if I could just kind of back up until I feel her body against my feet so I know kind of where she is. I don't know if I have enough movement for that, but I also have a bonus action.
roll that 20 for me.
I also
Okay.
haven't moved from when you last saw me.
15.
Backing up, she comes very close to crushing a few fingers as you're kind of, but you kind of feel the heel of her boots kind of nudging against your hands as she stops, kind of posturing up, realizing that she's taken as best the defensive position as she can against you. You were 9, sir.
Yes, sir.
The
7. Excuse me.
oh, I'm sorry, 7. The
Wyvern.
yeah, just giving a little bit of thought to.
I was actually curious. Well, it's okay. Never mind.
The wyvern taking 2 strides forward and kind of the T-junction proper, turns to face you, and that tail kind of comes darting down the line. I need... Well, we'll find out. AC, ma'am?
19.
It's going to be a hit.
Wait,
I don't-
Wait.
Oh.
Complete when a creature you can see within 60 feet succeeds on an attack.
Yeah, trigger.
What's a success?
A little reaction in progress. This is going to cancel your invisibility.
Yeah.
It will.
That's fine.
I hate concentration. Okay, fine. Nothing happens.
Am I within striking distance?
No.
Okay.
Oops. Damn
Oopsie.
it.
Oopsie-daisy.
Oopsies.
That's going to be for 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
You kind of
I'll have that, I guess.
so 6 piercing damage. You actually kind of the speed at which it can deploy that stinger. You parry it off to the side, which would have just center massed you, but instead kind of lodging into your shoulder as it draws back. You watch as those strands of kind of resinous venom that you had seen on the on culling Xerxes draws back. Can I get a con save?
Yes, sir, you can. Let's see.
No, sir.
Oh, 9.
Keeping it. Spend them
Right.
Spend them right.
They can use those resources.
This is a die 20 roll encounter. You know, spend them right.
This is not a whatever. No, give it a shot.
No, I'll keep it.
Ooh, Jesus.
How much?
For 20 poison damage.
Ooch. That
And-
stings.
Kind of stumbling backwards, you can still feel the mass of Aster behind you. You watch as that wyvern kind of splays into 2 and then a third. And almost immediately, it kind of turns, flipping around and posturing up against Cal. It seems confident in the potency of
I'm
its
sure it
poison.
does.
And you are, both from the poison damage, you are also poisoned as status.
I need to look that up again.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it my turn
You
yet?
watch it lowering down, and yes, sir, it is your go.
All right. Cal will. Yeah, I'll do that. He'll walk up to Cat, and
Well, it's between you and Kat right now.
oh, it is.
Yeah, she moved to the other side of the hall where Aster was. So it is,
Can I move to the other side of the hallway? Or
well, you'd have to charge through it. It is,
how'd she get there then? Oh, cause he.
because his turn was after.
Yeah, he was in the
Okay. All right.
the glass room somehow.
Hey, bitch.
Cal utters.
As he runs towards the and pops out of reality and pops back in next to as he misty steps.
Misty step.
As he
I love
uses
Misty Step.
one of the
It's
few
so good.
fucking resources he has left.
You watch as it kind of coiling up, ready to receive the assault.
Right.
You vanish from sight behind the wyvern alongside
Cat,
Katarina.
which he will lay hands upon thee. He will he'll give thee a little kiss on the forehead, and you are cured of poison. Which
Those
is-
for 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
Okay.
That's a bonus. That's the action, and with Jenny, I'll do the. How far away is Jenny from the wyvern?
You guys are probably about a 30-foot distance.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
If the dire panther moves at least 20 feet straight,
She's going for the maul.
She's going. So first, she must make a claw attack.
You watch kind of charging along behind you, both of you charging toward. You flit out of existence.
Witness her.
No. This
A, dude.
motherfucker and the 20s right now.
I feel like the last 4 or
what
5
is
sessions.
going
Do I get a
on?
card for that?
It's great.
I don't.
Crit- Critness you.
Critness you.
What was that?
Critness you.
Sure.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
All right. So it gets a claw attack.
Charging forward. Roll it. Go ahead and roll damage because it's just going to be some modification on that.
2d4 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is
9.
thank you. And then I can make another attack there. What? Did anything special happen?
That's going to be doubled, so it's 18 damage, and Jenny's got +1 on all attacks for next turn.
Well, does that include DCs?
No, just that.
Okay.
But
You must make a
leaping on to the wyvern, not just the claw attack, this time leaping on, kind of dragging the wyvern. You can see the two of them clashing, the wyvern biting at Jenny as she kind of claws back at it. Hit me with that follow-up.
it's a DC 14, my friend. Strength.
16 on the die, brother.
Oh, well.
You watch as Jenny is a beast.
Right.
This thing's a little more of a beast. I mean, like, when you look at the size difference,
Right.
but you can see, like, valiantly, Jenny is right in that thing's grill, kind of clawing at it, biting at it. The two of them fully tangled up, and for the time being, its concentration entirely removed from the remainder of the party.
That being said, I'm gonna have Jenny retreat for their movement.
Okay.
Which will
Well, how much more movement does she have?
good question.
Because that was 30 getting there.
50.
Okay. So
Oh.
she's going to pull back towards the planetarium.
Yep, to hide, and which will incur opportunity attack, which will also incur a attack and kill.
Nice setup.
Thank you.
You can go. I mean, yours technically is
Yeah, I'm sure
resolving first, but
I'm sure she got hit. No, not if he has 20. There's no fucking way.
what is Jenny's?
13.
Just the bite
Really?
lurching out,
Okay.
kind of catching her one of her legs as she goes to leave. You watch as she kind of that horrific cat fight yowl as she yanks her leg free, but in the process he's going to endure 12 piercing
Ouch.
damage.
But Cal did attack her last, so I'm hoping that he's gotten her attention.
His.
Yes, excuse me.
He's a clever girl.
Did not mean to misgender the wyvern.
That is going to be top of initiative. Back to Aster with
So you're not poisoned anymore. And I'm within now. My charisma modifier is extending to both of you.
Magnificent.
It's so cute. I forgot about Ollie.
the wyvern back to you still as Jenny yowls in its jaws as the start of your turn begins.
It's in its jowls.
Jaws. Yowls in its jaws.
Jowls. Fair. As a basic mechanical question, Cure Wounds does not heal poisoning, right?
No.
Okay. Brick. So I'm going to. You got hit for how much? Like 17 something.
20 poison and what would have been 11 on the attack.
Have
But
you
I-
been hit?
Nope.
No.
I'm as clean as virgin snow.
Okay.
Fireball.
Tempted, but Jenny's in his mouth right now.
No. Jetty's retreated. He just took a snap at her, and yeah, he snapped her, but she's
Thematically, technically all this is happening at the same time.
That makes a difference. Not hurt Jenny.
Well, she's 20 feet away, so.
Are any of you engaged with it?
yes.
Yeah, you're engaged with it.
But I do have half damage from all spells. Everyone within my aura has half damage from all spells, and my +4.
I lose my invisible.
Yep. But then I can cast lay on hands on you.
This is true. I would like to.
Misty Step is a fucking baller spell.
That's gnarly. Yeah.
That was a paladin.
Mobility?
Misty Step is gross.
Yeah.
So it's a bonus.
It's a bonus action. That's dope.
Such a sick mobility spell. What you got, Aster?
There's so many things. Okay. Yes, I'm going to position myself. Let's see. How big are the doorways into each of these rooms? Could it fit through them?
Yeah. The doorways are pretty synonymous with the tunnel that came in. So the fact that it got in through this tunnel. Now, I will say it fills up the tunnel pretty well, especially given its wingspan, kind of consolidated as best it can. But
Did it ever have to right itself from being tripped?
it did, yes.
Okay.
That's not so much the
No,
reason.
no. It gave no. It's good. It's good. Then I'll do a little fireball action. I'm probably gonna have to aim behind it to make sure these folks won't be in the range.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I'm not sure there's
I
gonna be a
don't
place
think
you
you
can
can
put it
kill
where
me.
either Jenny's gonna get it or Kel's gonna get it.
I'd rather I take
one
it.
of the two.
I'll leave it.
Kel's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it.
The arcane fire begins swirling around you, and
Show
both
does.
Kel and the wyvern are going to need to make themselves roll.
Dexterity saving
What is
throw.
the radius?
It is 20, 30? 20, I think.
Radius of 20?
Wait, yeah. 20-foot radius, yes. Can I do that and not,
Well, it's going to either be a deal where multiple party members or Kel and Jenny. Because Jenny's 20 feet away exactly. So if you go beyond the wyvern,
Oh.
then Jenny's getting it and Kel's getting it. If you go directly at the wyvern, then Jenny's clear, but then that means that Katarina and Kel are both getting it.
lame?
We're good. We're
Forget
good.
it.
Just do it.
Forget it.
Just do
No,
it.
I got many
I've got
things.
skills.
I got
Mel's
things.
got skills. He's got
I'm sure you do.
We all
Sure
got
you do.
skills.
We all got skills. I'm going to... Does it qualify as a monster?
Yes.
I can
Very
hold
much.
that monster.
Oh,
This is
old monster.
Wisdom. It's like 18. It was ridiculous.
Better not.
Yes.
wisdom.
Okay. So, little iron unfurling, becoming like wire,
Ooh, I like it.
spinning around him. It is
You're
a
fine.
wisdom saving throw of 17.
Oof. That's a good wisdom saving throw right there.
It is.
It's hell
Locked
yield. That's a
him.
great.
Ian.
It's a save or suck spell, but it's a great spell. Little
It
monster
is
bonding.
paralyzed.
You watch as Jenny, having
Stop
just
hurting my
escaped
friends!
the jaws, the creature kind of lurching back and suddenly falls motionless. What's the duration?
1 minute.
You get advantage.
It's gonna be great.
And save every turn.
Oh, I'm gonna hack him up.
You're
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
At the end.
As the monster freezes, anything else?
Ollie, I'm gonna send to the mouth of the cave and see if any other wyverns are coming.
Okay.
Well,
Ollie, what form is Ollie in right now?
Pseudo dragon.
Okay. Taking off
10 weeks.
pretty rapidly. It doesn't take him
Oh,
long
oh.
to traverse that distance. You don't detect any additional wyverns that are moving in this space.
Okay. Can he kind of just peek out every so often, just kind of keep a watch?
All right, keeps watch at the entrance, and from there, I think we pivot back to.
I'm visible, by the
Kevin.
way.
You on yourself visible?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that's
visible.
what that's kind of actually hoping.
You watch as she
You guys
returns.
make a charisma, Constitution saving throw.
I do. But not with that one.
You get a 1d4. Sorry, not 1d4. You get a +4.
+4?
You're my
Alright.
aura.
their hope is good.
Yeah, it's fucking
Is it
ridiculous.
con save?
Yeah. 17.
23.
You do not deteriorate further.
Does poison ever just like die out, or do you?
I don't think you've been poisoned enough to know the answer to that question. Katarina, at the start of your turn, you do feel the effects of the poison still swimming in your head a little bit, but have all but washed away as the start of your turn begins. You can see the monster kind of held frozen as Aster having just finished the incantation.
Drawing Lightbringer and lighting it for reasons.
I feel like it
Reasons.
kind of ignites just as you
Always.
draw
I
it.
feel
Yeah.
like
That's
it
just
has to.
badass.
Like it's
Right.
gotta have some flint in there or something.
Yeah, right.
A striker in the hill.
Right.
Turning to Kel. Help Aster. I've got this.
Yes. Please.
Free ball.
Please.
I'm
That's a
gonna.
good. That's a good.
I'm
line.
gonna-
Now if you roll 2 crit misses,
I know,
I'd
it's gonna
like
be
one of the
really,
greatest
really
moments.
No, we gotta
embarrassing.
channel our great 80s
Well,
action
witness,
movies.
witness.
I know. It's a 25 and a 13, so at least one of them.
25 will hit.
Wait, it's
Bad
paralyzed, is it? Advantage?
I
Oh yeah, you have advantage.
Okay, yeah, 28 and a 26.
20 both will hit.
Yay. All right. Can you trip a held monster, or does that? I know that it's kind of
It's paralyzed. I mean, there's no
Yeah,
reason it
actually.
can't be prone too.
Yeah.
I just want to do more damage to it mostly.
So you'll
I'll
that
trip
as
it, yeah, and I'll do my
well.
sneak
Another
attack.
superior
Like, all the-
hit. Jesus.
you carry all the dice.
Okay. Ooh.
This commercial break is brought to you by Matt.
It's a no, right? It's a lot
When
of
your
damage.
DPS character has to add up all the damage they're doing.
This is one of 6 attacks for this turn.
I know. 62.
No
What?
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I get 12 base plus. If you want to count this.
No,
on
no,
the board.
hey,
Okay.
you know, we'll believe you. That's
There's a lot of kind of infilled crits on my dice there.
Damage.
I know, I just
That's
gotta
pretty
gross.
freaking.
Bullshit.
That's ridiculous.
It was
Okay.
pretty disgusting.
How's it looking?
And
Well, it's just held in place. So usually you would see something like slump or like start dragging its ass, but it's just like, this sucks. Like this sucks.
All right.
What
That
you get
was
for being cocky, my
Is
friend.
it, and then it trips if it doesn't save. So.
It's all like wrapped in a
you
wire.
watch as it goes like literally no frames in between from like this perfectly held to just like it's on the ground, equally held.
Is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Good lord.
Well, I'm glad you taught it a lesson.
What are you rolling now?
My second attack. 17 and 23, so only Lightbringer hits on the second.
Bring light.
4 plus 6, so 10.
10.
Jeez.
72
As
damage.
it hits the ground, Lightbringer glinting in the dark comes down with enough force to sever that cobra's head. You watch as it kind of writhes momentarily, and the wyvern falls.
That's all it needed.
That's all it needed. the room falls silent, save maybe like some heaving breaths and
I know.
Can I
Aster
cast?
throwing up a kidney.
Dying.
I'll cast lay on
Help her.
hands on her and
Okay.
cure her poison.
Okay. How much does it take to cure your poison?
It takes 5 lay on hands, but don't worry about that. But you don't get any help. It's just I'm just curing.
That's
poison.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right. As the carcass of the wyvern lays essentially dead in the T-junction there, or I guess now it's more of a 4-way junction, the room returns to what is usually a fair bit more calm atmosphere.
I would like to set about harvesting teeth, claws, meat.
Well, what if we
Okay.
like keep the body, and when we go to make our assault on the eggs, like somebody could wear it, like me when I'm going in, and that way it's kind
You
of like
have
a.
this-
How
skin.
much bigger is the wyvern than?
Well, we'll hollow it out, but it's
I mean,
like
you're gonna have to like
Jesus.
Chinese
I
New
feel-
Year
I
this
feel like
thing if
the-
you're if you're going to pull it off. It's gonna
I
be a
feel like
3-man
the
enterprise.
Ayuka would respect us using the entire body. So
No,
I feel like we should make use of it. And yes, if you want to wear its skin, that's qualifies. They were wearing
There, you did
pieces.
note a number of headdresses that had quills and things of that nature.
fair enough.
As you set to butchering out the wyvern, collecting off a number of pieces,
I'll bless. I'll straight his blessing upon her.
He wants some steak. He wants some
That's
wyvern steak.
exactly what I'm thinking.
he's looking for the sweet
also, I'm good with
tenderloins.
the knife, so
On
if you
the
want me to like
backstrap.
hollow it out,
That's
I
what I
can do
want.
that.
As,
Rolling.
as
Let
the
me get
three of you, kind of each with your own desire, set in on the corpse of the wyvern,
But you
it's
just
it's
said
also
the
an interesting opportunity to really see this thing up close.
Yes.
Yes, actually, can
personal.
I grab some vials of poison for future study?
You're able to collect a vial
Okay.
off of the wyvern, seeing as it's already pumped to you full of the goo.
Can I chop off one of its nails, and I want to wear it for a necklace?
Collecting up
I
a
feel
few,
like it'll be really good with the
a few
Ayuka.
souvenirs.
They'll appreciate it.
I mean,
yeah.
they're-
Well, and you can change your armor.
I'm gonna make you
Whatever.
one too.
Sure. I'll wear shit. I'm good.
One for Aster. We all have a little claw action.
Everyone has their
Hold on.
wyvern claw.
One for Jenny.
What about
Jenny's part of the group.
and Ollie?
Everybody has.
Ollie's also part of the group.
Do we have claws and teeth? I meant to grab both.
Well, I'm assuming you're harvesting everything, but
I
it
am.
sounds like just claws made up the necklaces. So
Oh.
you're all claw buddies now.
For life.
Yes, claw buddies.
Rick would have really
So
liked
now every
this.
time we kill something, we have to add it to our necklace. You started this.
I did.
You did.
I
It's-
did.
It's a thing now.
Hey, I
I
think
kinda love it.
It's gonna get real
It's
gross.
gonna get
it's
really
gonna
gross
be really,
and
really
heavy.
nasty. But I think Reek would be proud. So I mean,
One for Reek.
that's my role
Why
here
do you
on the
always
team.
bring up Reek?
That's my job.
As you sit slicing small pieces off of the wyvern and weeping onto its corpse. That, unfortunately, I think is where we're going
yeah.
to have to
Yeah, fair.
round things out. But we will catch you guys next time as we round out the planetarium room. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how many more wyverns decide to get curious about about the commotion that these newcomers are stirring
We
up.
should just
in
leave
their
the
cabin.
carcass outside. That's a good.
Yeah.
Like, don't
That's-
fuck
Don't
with
come
us.
in here.
With its head on a pike.
Yeah. It's worked for centuries.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys have anything to say on our way out here?
Love you guys.
Yep. See you next time.
But for now, the world is yours.